Facebook is screwing us, and probably you too.
Mm.
Good evening. It's August 15th, 2018, and you're in the garage. I'm John Lasota. With me tonight, Thaddeus Smith.
What's going on?
So, as you know, I actually feel bad about not doing this with Walt on. Walt is out doing a gig because he's a guitar god, so he needs to be doing that. So that's important. He likes more serious conversations. We're gonna do something a little different tonight. We're gonna have a little more serious conversation because it's true. You are what you've done. You've done at least 500 podcasts now, right?
All said and done, yeah, sure.
You have to at least because you're like because TMC had like 360 that I know about.
Yeah, something like that.
You were up to 360 that I know about. I don't remember what range it's in. And I know you've been doing TNF for a long time now too.
Yeah.
Right. And this is number 34 of this.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now think about that. 500 shows. If you did 520 shows, if you did one show a week, that's 10 fucking years of podcasting.
Yeah.
You are pretty much, close to the hours for mastery for that. You're probably, could be close. Maybe. I don't know. I'm freezing and I'm looking at myself frozen.
You look all right to me, brother.
Yeah. So like the importance of like the platform that you're using to get shit out there.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
Facebook, YouTube. I mean, we do the show on YouTube. Facebook is important. Fucking, Twitter, all this shit. In today's world, you need it. If you don't have it, you're not doing something like what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
So you try to play around with your. Yeah, exactly. The format of your show is important. Making sure you have good content is important, and you're not fucking doing really offensive things that are going to get you banned. And that's kind of why I'm bringing it up. And it's good that Walt's not here because it would definitely go into the political realm, and I don't want it to be there. I want to talk from the perspective of a creator who wants to get content out and is frustrated because he can't reach his fans.
Yes. Okay.
We rely on things like Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So for the last month now, Facebook has been blocking all of our ads.
Yeah.
And they've been using the reasoning that we are selling sex or sex toys or some shit like that, right? We're selling sexual products or selling sex or condoning sexual promiscuous behavior, crazy shit. That was like the reasoning. You saw the messages that I sent you.
Yeah.
That is, right? You saw that. And what they're using it for, and it must be some connection between the picture that you have, because this changed. It just started happening a month ago, even though they're always fucking with their algorithms. You always got to figure out how to advertise again. So every time you're just picking up steam and you're just getting some viewership and your audience members, and they're really doing something, all of a sudden they put the chokehold on you. You know what I mean? And unless you have hundreds and thousands, unless you have a lot of money to advertise to get around that, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So, like, I know that Thaddeus is a sexy dude.
Right? Pretty much.
Right? I mean, you got that haircut now.
But aerodynamic.
But, like, when you use the combination of the picture that's on the advertisement and the words that are there, and it says sex, because we do a crazy new satire show, and Jada Pinkett Smith just happens to be obsessed with sex toys. I'm not condoning sex toys. She's not even condoning sex toys.
Nope.
She's just saying that it's not even her saying it. There's an article saying that she said that she's obsessed with sex toys, and we talked about it.
Yeah.
And that and a picture of you laughing at the microphone is selling sex.
Got to use somebody else in the thumbnail.
Yeah, it's true.
I can't turn this off, baby.
You're breaking Facebook.
Fucking ridiculous. I wish this was one of those like fake news stories where we're like making it up to be shocking because we're shock jocks. But this is just what's happening. This is just the truth.
Yeah, it's true. It's like Thaddeus is breaking Facebook. He's too sexy for your pants. And I mean, but the truth is that, and like I've appealed it, right? And explained, look at this picture. It's a dude in a room talking to a microphone. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, I still don't see it.
And then they responded with the exact same response. Yeah. So what that tells you is that it had a name signature, but nobody's actually reviewing it because you can't, in your right mind, look at our show and look at the picture that we use. Because I can guarantee you, if I had used the logo, it would have gone through. And even then, they're telling me I'm using too many words. So they want you to have words in your logo picture because that's advertising that you're not paying them for.
Yeah. Yeah, right? YouTube, and this goes also to tutu. It's a while
back. Would you wear a tutu?
I would if you want me to.
You should wear a tutu on the show one day.
Why not?
That would be great. That would be great.
Who the fuck is? I don't know, maybe 6 months ish ago or something, maybe even a year ago now. Relatively recent history, but not like last week. The demonetization. I remember we talked about this a little bit. That YouTube went through. Like people that were like a lot of the streamers, gamers, content creators that weren't, fucking huge name guys that are making millions of dollars. All those like middle of the road guys, shit changed completely for them. And their check went from whatever hundreds of dollars to fucking zero.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them. Yeah. It wasn't even like, oh, we need to scale back. Oh, we're changing a few things that might affect you. It was like literally their income was stopping.
Yeah. Fuck you. You're done.
Yeah. And for as many ads that we watch, in order to get to our YouTube and this and that and whatever, that's what's supposed to be taking care of this stuff, right? And if these guys are creating views and numbers and all that kind of stuff, you're paying them extra. Now I get it. Maybe you can't, maybe you're a little too frivolous, like in sports contracts, right? Sports contracts climb until there's one dude that gets the most, and all of a sudden he sucks, and everybody's like, "Whoa,
yeah, we can't be giving any money anymore."
Yeah, so like you got to scale more 7-year
contract, 4-year contract.
Yeah,
which I actually appreciate that though. You got to perform, but in our realm, it's not the same. That's where it's not the same. Right. In there, you got to perform. See, I'm speaking this like a baseball fan. Oh yeah, you got to perform. You got to get that money.
Yeah.
As a creator, these guys are performing. They are getting the views, and you change the rules on them
drastically,
right? And out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So you're doing what you always do, and and all of a sudden you wake up one day and it's not your thing anymore.
And this, and at least from my point of view, you know what I think a lot of this has to do with? Them fucking pushing their boundaries. Testing the dinosaur, like Jurassic Park, right? Fucking they test the fence, right?
Yeah.
This is all about fucking net neutrality and fucking shit along those lines. All this fucking rebuff of rollback on the internet shit,
I'm actually a little more scared than that now. The net neutrality thing, I can see. I mean, you could already see it. The playing field on it, where the more money you pay to advertise, the less they're going to fuck with you. Mm-hmm. If you're paying Facebook $100 a day to advertise some stupid thing, they're not going to stop you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you saw the text, you saw the message that I sent, and the timestamps on it and everything. The minute that I sent that message that mentioned Russian collusion and Facebook selling everybody's data to somebody else, 3 seconds later, the text came in that my ad was approved. Like right away.
And this was, John tried several times to be like, hey, look, really, if you look at our content, this is like, sorry we tripped your algorithm, or sorry we tripped the safe word or something.
Right.
But if you really look at our stuff, if you really look at the title, look at the content, hell, watch the show, you'll understand that this is a misunderstanding.
Yeah, it should not be stopped.
And it went back and forth 3-4 times.
Right.
And like you said,
exactly.
first you get the bullshit response, and then you get it, and then they send the same bullshit response through again. And then you come back again and you said something, they're like, well, blah, blah. Another response goes through. And that's when you had to come back with the fucking collusion and the selling information and shit like that.
And even
wait, sorry, no, our mistake.
I have to test this. If they reject it again, I'm just going to write in my appeal, Russian collusion. You like see if it's you write the message in and it fucking trips you out. Like, oh, okay.
Now we need to be the fucking Raptors, and we need to start testing the fucking fences.
Exactly. You found the magic words, abracadabra. It all opens up.
Abracadabra.
Don't say Russian collusion, no. And it's Facebook. Yeah. I'm being hushed. So, like, I mean, the frustrating thing too is we were starting to really get numbers. We were starting to really roll, and
it felt good.
All of a sudden, it was good, and all of a sudden, it was tough. So like, it's annoying, it's aggravating. It's like a setback that we didn't need, that we didn't deserve because they fucked up with something else.
And here's the other thing too, and this is the thing that gets me the most is it's not like we were asking to get something for nothing. We're trying to give them money, to, grow our expansion. In which case, if we see that that's working, wouldn't reason say we'd put more money into it for more advertising? And then if we're getting the numbers and we can get advertising, then that's when they kick back and they get money too. So I don't understand. They're getting money all along. They're going to get more money in the future if we succeed. And they're still blocking it.
Yeah, that's another thing. Because I think about these things all the time. But what levels you could put in, what different things we could try to get more exposure and stuff like that. And I do pay to promote stuff. I don't pay a lot. I pay what I can afford and what's worth it to me.
Sure.
I pay. But I do pay for the feedback that I get. Mm-hmm. So I absolutely, you got to be willing. It takes money to make money.
Yeah.
So you got to be willing to increase your budget as long as you're getting the results back.
Oh, absolutely.
Getting the results that I need, that it's worth it to me. But like, if you're gonna fuck with me, well, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. And it's not even like, it'd be one thing if we're trying to give them $3 and then we're trying to sell these $45 sex toys on our website. We're not fucking trying to make a dime right now.
Unless you want $45 sex toys, because I mean,
I'll do it. I'll go on Amazon right now. I'm sure you can get sex toys on Amazon. I'm sure of it.
Probably. Yeah.
You got to. Amazon has everything now.
Now I kind of have to look that up.
All right, Amazon, prove me wrong.
Yeah. No, but see, what happens if you do that? If you look up sex toys on Amazon, you'll be on the list. Mm-hmm. because Facebook will know that you were recently looking up sex toys. The ads for sex toys will come across your screen, and that's how they cast you as a pervert. Oh, this guy's a pervert. That's how they get you. Yep.
Yeah, because why? How come when I look up fucking whatever video games on Amazon, all of a sudden I go onto Facebook and Facebook's like, "Oh, hey, do you happen to like video games?"
Yeah, every single time, because it's reading your browser history, so it's fucking using that shit. So like, all right, great.
I'm not charging them for fucking getting all this free information and advertising geared towards me. I'm not getting any money from them. So what the fuck? Well, like, come on. There's obviously fucking selling of information. You're changing the way I can use the internet via your site.
But it's not even for everybody though, because it seems that if you know the right words to use, you can say anything you want.
Yeah. I don't know. It just all seems so silly to me.
Which leads me to another thing, and this is semi-political, but it's not really, because again, we're talking about a perspective of trying to market your stuff, and you have your voice out there. Alex Jones.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I think he's a lunatic. I don't pay attention to him. He's a fucking nutbag. but he was deplatformed by YouTube and Facebook and a bunch of other shit all in the same day.
Mm-hmm.
What does that tell you? That he was deplatformed by all these people? Almost, the guy has millions of followers, and they deplatformed him all in the same day. Now, without getting political, what does it tell you about what's going on in there, though?
To be honest, I haven't followed too closely. What was it that he did? Did he do something?
Well, he's nuts. He's a right-wing conspiracy theorist nutbag who fucking says all kinds of outrageous shit. And
was there anything on one particular thing that may have caused the avalanche, or just it was random?
Well, that's what I don't know. What's going on there? That's what I don't really know, because, like, I mean, I pay no attention to the man, so I have no idea what he could have possibly said.
Yeah, but you know, he says something completely outrageous because everybody covers it.
Exactly. That's exactly right. So if there was something completely outrageous that he said, like the Roseanne Barr thing, Roseanne Barr said something that fucking everyone went crazy about, so they fucking canned her. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But you didn't hear anything outlandish that he did. And every time he does something nuts, they talk about it. You know that he did. Everybody knows when he did something nutty, but I don't remember it because you just, okay, par for the course, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
You know? Now, I do understand psychologically the need to not have nutbags spreading their messages, because they will get followers. I mean, that's literally how dictators take over. You know, that's how you have Hitler, you know? So yeah, I get that. I get, but still, like, he was crazy. All right. He's, you know, but to just summarily deplatform them all the same companies and all the same day, you can't tell me that wasn't arranged. So now, like, you want to start spreading conspiracy theories.
Yeah. Like, there's no way something like that could be a coincidence without, you know, that earth-shattering comment,
right, without provocation,
whatever. Yeah,
exactly. Right. So, like, what the fuck is going on?
And even when crazy shit happens, it's not a it's, you know, like, it is a dominoes, but it's not an instantaneous thing. It's not like when fucking Imus, right? When Imus said some stupid shit. Anthony from Opening Anthony got into trouble for some shit. You know, any of these, like, there's a oh shit, and then there's a backlash, and then there's an advertisers, and then there's a, you know, and then the dominoes fall, right? But it's not an instantaneous, okay, he's fired, and he, you know, or like an athlete says something, and fucking Nike drops him, and Gatorade drops him, and, like, it never happens all at once.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I can understand getting dropped by Nike because you said something they don't agree with, because it goes against their brand. You know, look, you know, like, I mean, if I'm paying you to do something and you fuck it up and you hurt my company doing it, I'm not going to pay you anymore. You fucking go.
Correct.
You know, that's just how business is. That's just it. You know, sometimes you're able to survive that, you know, and I'm all for that. Do the fucked up thing. But, like, this is a coordinated effort to remove somebody, so, you know, that they apparently don't agree with his views, whatever those are. And it's a dangerous place when people are just removing you when they don't agree with your views, which essentially means that, like, they're playing the arbiters of who's going to be successful and what the world is going to be through purposely picking out the aspects they want success in.
Yeah.
And just, you know, in the information age, that's what spreads around to everybody. If you're handpicking the information that's allowed to go out to the world, and not allowing anyone else that has any other thing to say to be part of that conversation, you know, eventually economically you're going to crush them, because they're just not going to be able to compete. They're going to be door-to-door salesmen, and you have you know, direct marketing. You have everything, you know, right into the living room.
Yeah. You're Amazon, and that guy's trying to be Toys R Us.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. You know, you're fucked. You know, that like so, and then so for a show like ours, right? All right. Maybe we're mildly offensive. Maybe some people would be offended by us. I can get it. Women would probably be offended by us because we're a little, you know, I mean, it is what it is. Man show, I guess.
Yes, yeah, I can look, I can see how, like, especially, look, we say outlandish shit, like, right, from me, right,
Yeah.
I can't speak for anybody else, obviously, but for me, right, this is about uh not a I'm not being a character, I'm me, but I'm amped up to 11. I'm saying shit like this that I would never fucking say, like, at a fucking party or something, like,
Right.
being
This isn't
a
pasta
little
dinner conversation.
outlandish. What's that?
This isn't pasta dinner conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's right. I mean, we're kind of in that zone. We're in that space to do that, to act like fucking guys would if they were having beers in the garage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But also that's. I mean, I don't know if I can even get away with saying that anymore because, that's like a.
Well, because also too, this is not like the Captain Smack-a-Ho shit, right? You and I aren't like texting each other and talking to each other and be like, "Yeah, hoes need to be smacked." Right. But when we're doing that story, we're like, "Yo, sometimes you gotta smack a hoe." Like,
bullshit. Like, it's ridiculous. Of course, you have to know it's nonsense.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know that's nonsense, you're an asshole.
Exactly. But taken out of context, I could see how some of that stuff could be offensive or offending to people if they take it out of context.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you would have to take it out of context, and you'd probably have to do it on purpose.
Yeah, but everybody loves to do that anyway.
But that's the thing. We've talked about that before. How everybody's just looking to be offended, and I don't care politically or not. Like if you just want to be pissed off all the time, you're never going to be happy about anything. So just leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. And this goes beyond politics. That people, this isn't right. Like a Democratic Republican fucking Tea Party discussion. This is a human nature and bullshit discussion.
I don't care if you're some asshole at some job that you don't like, and I have to deal with you, and you're being a dick to me. Fuck you. Come on, don't be miserable. At least you know what I mean. Or at least keep your misery to yourself. Hate yourself. It's private at home, like everyone else does. Like
it's also the outlandish shock and awe of the reactions on social media that everybody tends to have, like, oh my god, can you believe it? I don't know. Yeah, I can't believe it. It fucking happens every day. I don't know.
Anyway, moving on from that. I didn't want to get into too much today. Yeah, well, we'll get back into it always because we always do. But I was reading an article in the Post, and then we get a lot of stuff from the Post because the Post is awesome. As far as crazy shit and nonsense news. But they had an interesting article here. I studied serial killers a lot, and because I was doing research for a book that I was going to write, and I've done a lot of research on serial killers. Like I spent an entire weekend once doing nothing but watching over and over again every episode of like all these true crime shows, talking about every single right. Like hours and hours and hours and hours of this shit, like fucking like 15 hours a day for like 4 days. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And you come out of there like all shook. You could like disturbed, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of shit to watch. But,
oh well, yeah, it is, and like a lot of like the worst kind of shit, and that does affect you. I don't care what anybody says, right? But the Post did an article because apparently there's this stereotype of what serial killers are. They're all mentally disturbed, young white guys, usually of means or something like that, But they had this article and it's freezing up my computer, so I can't even rotate it. That they were talking about how that the stereotype only happens 12% of the time, and this is like a major thing too. They weren't fucking around with this.
Really?
That serial killers are just like average people, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not all super intelligent. Some of them are dumb. Some of them are really smart. Some of them. Charles Manson only has a 75 IQ. Charles Manson, he was one of the most charismatic fuckers you'll meet. Everybody loved this fucking guy until he started killing people. But
and even then, some people still love them.
Yeah, exactly. They still do.
Mm-hmm.
And this fucker, he had a 75 IQ, so he was dumber than the average human. He was dumb as rocks, basically. But then there's no real race demographic. They're all kinds of races. Men and women do it are consistent. Like it could be literally anybody could be a serial killer. There's no stereotype. There's no pattern of what kind of person they are. They just happen to be like, I'm good at softball. They're good at killing people.
And like they always say, do what you're good with, right?
Yeah, I mean, find something you love to do and do it the rest of your life.
Yeah. Do something that for work that makes you happy.
You know, so it was pretty fucking interesting. You know, they interviewed, they went over like 4,600 serial killers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
it's not a small sample size either.
No. They really did their research on this one, and yeah, I mean, I should get on my DVR about some fucking homicidal maniac. It's research. Yeah, this shit keeps freezing up. The feed isn't good tonight either. So we apologize, folks. Sometimes it's a little hard when you see yourself with a stupid look on your face and it's like frozen there for like 6 minutes. And then I don't know if that's what you're going to see is my stupid face frozen for like 6 minutes. And, you know, I mean, we might get more hits, though. I bet if I use that as the profile picture for the fucking advertisement, they'd let that go through one day.
Oh, because it's, you know, oh, look at them. They like the cute little retarded boy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, but you said the R word, so you're going to be
yeah, so I offended somebody else, too. Sorry.
Yep. See? You can't take us no place. The R word.
I remember, yeah. And it's funny, too, because this, and obviously this is going back a ways, but TMC, we did a whole fucking show when the R word thing started fucking happening. And it's really kind of ridiculous that because generationally or socially, whether it's broken up by group or whatever, turn a word into a different meaning, right? Because, right, the original definition of the word retard, right, is to
it's to hold you back or slow down or something like that.
Yeah, to slow down, like to retard the flow of water is to slow down the flow of water, right? But, you know, obviously, well, that guy's slow, so I'm going to call him retarded. You know, so some fucking idiot made that connection. And all of a sudden, we can't use a word because fucking idiots and assholes have morphed its definition.
I don't even care about that. Like I don't know. Yeah, but idiots and assholes will exist with everything. I mean, you can't tell me that shouting in my face.
Why should we let the idiots run the asylum and now we can't fucking use words?
Well, but that's my thing is why can't you use words? And as it goes with the Alex Jones thing, why can't you be crazy? Leave him alone. Let him be crazy.
To some degree, yes. You don't have to agree with him. You don't have to like him. You can fucking hate him. You can wish him dead.
Right.
It doesn't mean he doesn't have right because. What do we always scream? Freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. You know, like, yes, freedom of speech. That means everybody gets to say whatever they want.
Right.
But
and it's up to everyone else to decide if you're a nutbag or not.
Exactly. Here's the other caveat. Because a lot of people are like, oh, he can say whatever he wants, right? Freedom of speech. No. Freedom of speech gives you the freedom to say it. Doesn't mean you don't have to deal with any consequences that come. Like if I walk up to some big fucking dude and say, hey, fuck you, shitbag, I am free to say.
I like that.
He's going to fucking kill me. Doesn't mean he can't.
I think I want to see you say that. I think I want to see you do that. That should be one of our shows on the street. You woke up to some big dude and say, hey, fuck you, shitbag.
Freedom of speech, bitch.
and then he fucking punches you in the face.
Yeah. But freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of getting punched for saying something stupid to somebody bigger.
I've said that for years, man. I've said that for like fucking 20 years now. You could say anything you want if you could take the punch in the face.
I don't understand.
Right. If you could take the punch in the face, you could say whatever the fuck you want.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
freedom of speech is the freedom to say whatever you want. If there's a fist flying at you, some concept like the fucking an amendment doesn't stop a fucking fist.
It's true. I mean, it could. I mean, not really.
It depends on how strong the paper is.
Well, I mean, it only stops. Well, you'll go to jail for that now anyway, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll go to jail for pretty much if you defend yourself. You're gonna get arrested. So it is what it is.
It's all fucked up.
You know, not to get political. I don't want to get political at all. I want to even move into the right direction.
Also, too, I don't think that's, for me at least, that's not a political thing. That has nothing to do with who I vote for or whatever. That's just fucking idiots being able to be allowed to do shit.
I don't like the ability to censor people that you don't share their opinion or you don't like their, especially if your opinions are wrong. You know, what you always have to leave room for this. There's a Rudyard Kipling, right? Wrote the Jungle Book, wrote the poem If. Now the poem If, that poem, I'm a poet. It's like the thing I'm terrible at, creatively. I like really, I couldn't do it if I tried. It's, you know, horrifying.
No haikus from you?
Yeah, not me. Yeah, I'm not that. Yeah, I'm not a haiku kind of guy. But there's certain. I mean, that's a good poem for like some worldly advice, if you will. It's you know, it puts things in proper perspective. But there's a line in there. Where is it? Let me see.
This minute brought to you by. Just kidding, Facebook. Go fuck yourself.
I know, right? Yeah, fucking motherfuckers, man. You know, fucking blocking me. Yeah, you know what I mean? You're selling illicit sex fucking propaganda, and it's fucking Thaddeus in that hat.
Oh, quick, make the fucking screen.
I think that's right. Exactly. If they said maybe that should make the shot, they'll never say that's about sex.
Wait, what?
Yeah. See this one here. If you could trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. So, like, okay, be confident, and you know that your position, you believe strongly that your position is correct. Be confident in that. But consider the fact that you might be fucking wrong.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Don't fucking drown it out, man.
That's so important.
Yeah. Always consider the fact that you might be fucking wrong, and what are you going to do if you are?
And that's why, man, like right, freedom of speech is you can yell as much as you want that fucking Vince Coleman never stole 100 bases. You could fucking scream until you're blue in the face, and I respect that. And you have the freedom to say that. You're wrong. The man did.
Yeah, he was great.
You have to be open to that.
He was crazy, right? At least in the Mets, he was crazy. Yeah.
He fucking shot bleach out of a water gun at people, at fans, when they were driving out of Shea.
Well, I mean, you know, I can't really blame him.
I mean, there's a bunch of animals outside of Shea, so.
Am I, you know, like if I see bugs, like I use bleach in a spray bottle to spray the bugs and kill them, because there's a lot of vermin down here, and if they fucking bite you, who knows? You could die of everything down here.
Wait, Florida, as a Yankee fan, are you calling Mets fans vermin and that they should have been shot with bleach?
No, I'm not going to say that.
But if you took that implication,
all I could say about that is that if that's how you took it, you have some kind of a complex. I don't know where you possibly get that complex from.
You believe that?
Right? Maybe somebody didn't make you feel good as a child. Maybe you know, there is something driving your poor decisions in life. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, fucking being a Met fan.
You know, so I mean, if that's how you feel, but I'm not saying that you should feel that way.
I'm not saying you're wrong if you feel that way.
I'm right. I'm not saying you're wrong either. I mean, you know yourself better than I do.
I'm just not saying that to your face.
You know, I mean, who am I to make assumptions?
You know what happens when you assume.
Oh, what a horror. Anyway, yeah, so I think we're gonna come out. I think that was good.
Watch out, Facebook. We might have sold a sex toy there.
It's true. It's true. It's the cutout toy. It's one you squeeze your butt cheeks to rip somebody's dick off. So you had to get one mention of cock in there somewhere.
Wait. Before we end the show, can I go back and get my heads?
Yeah. Oh, there was another one. About somebody walking around, like a homeless person walking around with a head, and they finally identified the head.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, but I got to get into that because I mean not now because I didn't read the whole article, but that was the gist of it. But I didn't really get the whole thing. But yeah, there's another one, so we'll talk about that when we read more about it. That's one thing I do appreciate more. Of rather than I mean I guess this quicker format that we did because we put together a shorter show tonight. There's two of us getting right into it.
And also too, we didn't have to go over show prep and story and
yeah, it
nice
makes
sometimes.
It's true. You get right into it. It's quick. It's in and out, and it's good for us and good for the audience because it keeps it fresh. I like the general conversation thing where you don't have to set up a story and you could talk about, oh shit, I read this. You hear that fucking crazy shit? You know what I mean? And I kind of like that too sometimes. So it's good because the heads one, especially when we talk about backstories and we talk about things that we've already done on the show. And I like the headline. Oh yeah, fuckface ate shit and died. So you have to get shit in there too.
Yep.
Always bringing back our themes, going back to the great story, the ones that we like.
Even when we're talking about Facebook, dicks and shit.
Well, I mean, that's what I feel about Facebook right now. Now if they help me for a change and they help me get the message out, then maybe my feelings will change. Maybe I might even donate to their favorite cause.
Oh,
yeah. So, but there's a lot of ways we can go, and I like the little what we did there, and I think it wound up pretty good. You have any last thoughts?
No, I agree. I think shows like this are fine. We don't always have to be the over the top, dick bag, so to speak. I guess
Yeah. I think maybe the shows like this actually maybe get more people in, and then the other ones maybe entertain them or make them stop watching you. I don't know. I haven't decided.
Yeah, but then again, if that kind of shit makes them stop watching, they probably wouldn't want to watch the most of this shit we talk about anyway. I guess I don't know.
It's true. The articles themselves probably wouldn't entertain them. Generally speaking, if they're going to look at the article and laugh at it, they're probably going to laugh at us too. Yeah. Maybe not with us, but definitely at us.
Sure.
Yeah,
mostly at us.
Yeah. Anyway, on that note, let's go. Have a good night. Buy my books. Check us out on YouTube, and you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, all that place, all those fucking places. SoundCloud, I still got to update the goddamn SoundCloud.
Yes,
I'm like 5 shows behind. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about that here, like being unprofessional, and I need a fucking producer, goddamn.
Yeah. The intern stopped bringing you fucking.
I know. I haven't had a part-time in weeks. What the fuck?
It's fucked up shit, man.
People are slacking. This is what happens. You slack, you stop doing shows. Anyway, but yeah, check us out on YouTube and on SoundCloud, but I'll update that one too. And and buy my books. Have a good night, folks.